In January 2018, Festival of Thrift, with support from Tees Valley Combined Authority, put out a call to artists to respond to a brief on the theme of sustainability. Viewpoints set out to change people's views about sustainability in the Tees Valley and take people to viewpoints they might not otherwise visit. We received over 100 excellent proposals and whittled them down to the 4 we chose here. We hope you'll agree that they really do give some very different viewpoints on sustainability in the Tees Valley.
So the inspiration for this project came from a newspaper article that Lucian and I read last year about the global seed vault in Svalbard off the coast of Norway. And so we're talking more about seed networks and sharing seeds in very local, a dispersed system rather than like this big silo sort of stronghold mentality. People kind of seem to be drawn to the spectacle of the trike, and then when they notice the seed capsules are really quite intrigued by that. And it's been a really good conversations actually with the idea of kind of both local growing and local knowledge and the importance of that, and also this kind of big unknown future to do with how the climate is generally shifting and what that might mean for the food that we can grow here in Teesside.
So the whole installation here is a sonic investigation of St Hilda's Church and the headland and its history and its culture. And the sound mirrors that I've done here, that are a collaboration with Rob, the sculptor, with Rob Olins, we've put the sound mirrors in, and by bouncing sound out of them, we can make small hot spots and quiet spots of sound that once again make a physical space that the audience can move into and out of and interact with. We've bought sound mirrors because after the bombardment of Hartlepool in the First World War, the British Army installed the first sound mirrors in the country in this area to listen for German ships and Zeppelins. Hartlepool knocked his sound mirror down back in the 70s, so I wanted to bring some sound mirrors back. Other sounds in the church involve local people talking about their experiences of living on the headland. Part of it is just making people more aware of sound and the way that it can become physical and the way that it's been used in that way in this area for 100 years now.
It's a Volkswagen with a full-size Argentinian beef cow on top, because I was struck by a statistic that I read which said that 16% of global warming is down to cows burping and farting. It's their full stomachs and lots of methane gets produced, and so actually a cow is as bad for the world as a Range Rover, which I just think is an astonishing statistic. I chose to paint on the side a picture of the refineries because I was always struck by the sort of view of Billingham. I always found it absolutely amazing that there was a housing estate with this massive refinery stuck next to it. I just thought it was one of the most wonderful things. The response to the car's been absolutely brilliant. I must get 100, 150 photographs taken on me every single day when I'm driving. I've been to almost every point in Teesside, and every time I stop I engage somebody and have a strange and silly conversation. And it's surprising how engaged people are. People do actually understand that cows are a problem in the world. It's a bit like 3 months ago, nobody actually thought about plastic bags, and all of a sudden it takes one image and people get galvanised into action. It restores your faith in humanity.
This is my artwork, Crossroads, and it tells the story of Middlesbrough from sort of early Stone Age years all the way to the present day, and even with a bit of a vision into the future. One of the sort of themes I wanted to tackle was obviously sort of the issue of sustainability. Middlesbrough, big industrial center, for centuries now. So, obviously it had a sort of a major impact. One could say a negative impact on the environment, sort of through much of that. So I was interested and excited to kind of hear about a lot of the things that the city's already doing or is in the works of building towards sustainability. But I also, with this piece, also wanted to fantasize about going even further and sort of think about what they could be doing that maybe they aren't doing yet, and how we could really push a sustainable and green future in the area.